Jumbo, what's up, family? We're gonna hop right into it. We're working on creating a call sheet for one of our clients or prospects, anyway. We helped out this sister. I'm gonna share my screen now. Uh, just with the BOI filing. So what we're working on is her sales strategy. This is one of our call sheets for BB businesses that we reach out to. Monday.com is how we build out our call sheets. But for those who don't have Monday, this is an easy way. Just get an Excel sheet. We separate, all these businesses, the information is public. These are people we work with and people we prospect. So hopefully they don't get too bad, but all this information is public, you know. But we try to separate it by the contact name. If we don't know your name, we'll, put like your business, if we know your name, Mari Blowbaum, you're Mari Blowbaum. Then we look at your website, get a better understanding of who you are, your value proposition. We also try to find your meta, so Instagram, Facebook. Some businesses don't have that. That's fine. We Monday.com lets us add all this other stuff. Then you look at the phone numbers, emails, and company name, contact information. Monday also lets us have a few notes and really streamlines our process for our sales professionals in the BB Soul. Keeps track of everything. I'll share that video in the description where we went through Monday.com. But right now we're creating a call sheet for a business here. Let me just pull this up. Then we're listening to Dial Kenyatta in the background. But this is a sister. We helped her with the BOI filing here in Nebraska. She has a business, food truck and catering, faith-based. So throughout our consultation, we're offering with the BOI, the beneficial ownership filings. We're doing that as a free services, but then we're offering consultations, getting businesses on find out what are your needs. If you do have a business plan, getting you plugged in with liveplan.com. Y'all see for the videos. There's a great platform to use for building and updating your business plan, sharing information with lenders, and managing your team and your business. And really, I don't want to say her name because I know there are people who are, I'll say her name, Sarah, but there are people who they're, I think as business owners, we can work on being more transparent about where we are at in business and the health of our business. But this sister, she, is currently working, I believe, 2 jobs now and tried to maintain her business. The business isn't bringing in much money. She was able to survive for a while off of grants. And as you see in our new services, we're helping you look for grants and work with you until you get funded. Grants are important, but they're set aside from charitable foundations or, even government that have money put aside for businesses. And grant does not help you develop your sales strategy. A grant is just to give you access to funds until you figure something out. And so, having grants and access to them is cool, but you have to have a working business, especially if this is something that you want to scale. If you want people to continue to invest in what you're doing, if you plan on selling it, you have to have a working business. Sales is an area where many of us need help, and this is where we're helping her. Since she is faith-based as catering, we came up with we do guerrilla marketing, guerrilla sales, and we came up with a cool strategy. Taking the time out to reach out to different churches and offering your services, pitching them your business, letting them know for different events you can be catering, whether it be weddings, funerals, family reunions, things that people do in churches. And by going out, digging your heels into the ground and fighting to get business is a strong way, especially if you're business to business, calling or reaching out other businesses, stopping at places. It's a good way to market yourself. It's a good way for the community to know who you are, and that's what she really needs help with because, she can't figure out the business. She has to work the two jobs. The two jobs is what sustains her household. Um, that's not sustainable in the long run. It's not why anybody goes into business. So this is where we're gonna start. So you guys know us. We black owned business. We focus on black owned businesses, looking at support from other black businesses and organizations. So we just did a Google search for black churches, and then we're just gonna take the time, load some of these churches in the spreadsheet, and then from there, she'll be able to reach out, practice her pitch. She has to develop herself as a sales professional. At the end of the day, you're going to be pitching yourself and your services to these organizations, churches, and you're wanting to leave information. You want to build a relationship so the representative, whether it be a pastor or whoever is going to be there, will be comfortable with introducing you to their members. Just they got weddings, they have funerals, they have different events going on. It revolves around the church. The church has different events, and her entire goal is to get business from these people. Let's get into it. It's really simple. This is what we do. These are churches she's got to call, copy, paste. Church, phone number. I just received a call. I really want to take it. I know it's my son's mom, possibly call it. But I want to make sure I get this done and then upload some content because it's been a while. I'll turn this up a little bit so you can hear some Bro Diallo. We're going to get at least 10 of these done. 10 at least. And we got to follow back up with Sarah to make sure that she's going to take the time to call. Just the point of doing this if you're not going to reach out to the business. You got to reach out.
Colonial architecture is just magnificent. And just the layout. It's also the civil engineering of that era. And it's real interesting where you have eras that were literally designed for pedestrian or horse and buggy traffic, and how a lot of that got integrated into the modern automobile, society and culture. New York has just so much. I lived in New York in over a decade. I saw a small fraction of the architectural wonders and details of New York and Chicago. Pure architecture buff, and I say it's a lot of the like colonial Gothic. Some of these cathedrals got some of the best architecture in the so-called New World. What do you want from me? So that. And I like minimalist design. Somebody told me minimalism and minimalist design is also fascist. What do you want from me? So I have.
No, nobody's here, so I'm gonna.
I think that's all.
Pick up. I'll just take the call on the computer.
To admit this, but listen, I'm just not the blackest dude. So yeah,
I do want to get this done. I'll take the call. I love my son.
Not black enough. I'm not black enough for you. I understand that. If I'm not black enough for you, I might be just a black stepping stone. Yep, I've been on the Chicago belt. The Opera House, I've been on that boat tour a couple of times. But here's the thing. Here's the problem with me. See, I got on it for free because I was working. I put some youth on that, some young black youth. I put some youth on the architectural boat tour. I wasn't even watching.
Yes, hello?
I was there enjoying it. Someone just said, how's that back? Well, minimalism and stark. It's like Scandinavian. It's Aryan. It's a part of Aryan culture and design. So some people, when they see that, if you look at the Nazi fashion, like what's that, Hugo Boss type shit. So some people understand that. The thing is, some people think if Nazis like something, then that makes it Nazi. Like if Nazis or right wingers are into something, they think by default that thing becomes theirs. So 40K has a lot of right wing fans. If you know about the grim dark reality, perpetual warfare, there are a lot of elements in there. In fact, the Imperial of Men, which is a fictional civilization within 40K, is a fascist, militaristic.
Yeah, will your sister be able to take him, or
theocratic government? And so you're supposed to look at this and be horrified, like, wow, look at
will he be at your place with her?
Some people look at that and be like, delicious.
All right, that's fine. I could stop
and so
there.
minimalism, some people you can find online. I don't really get into the argument, but minimalism and fashion and industrial, certain elements of industrial design, Roman and Gothic, like when my wife and I, we were in Italy, we were looking at all this architecture and admiring it, and people like Mussolini did that shit. He was trying to recreate the Roman Empire or the aesthetic of the Roman Empire.
I'll take a look at that. I'll give them a call tomorrow.
Sucks to be you. So
Mambo Haru. Papa loves
so anyway,
I'll talk
those
to
are
you
my
later.
revolutionary.
Working right now. I just wanted to hear you for a bit.
What do you want from me? And
Quiet.
like I said, dude called me out. You got me. I had no business celebrating the Gregorian calendar. Wishing other people their enjoyment of the Gregorian calendar. And I'll try to do better. But like I said, I'll never be the black. And I have to say, I'm a little under the weather because I had my grandbaby here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to keep you on deck. I'm a little under the weather. Don't say that. You can't say that, blood, honey. You can't say that. You're gonna be over here with me. You're gonna be in the Black Revolutionary Re-Education Camp. They're gonna do us like Clockwork Orange and pin our eyes open and show us pictures of St. John's Cathedral and slap us and shock us, show us Doric columns, and shock us. So don't admit it. This is my confession. Go confess somewhere else. These are my confessions. Anyway, I'm gonna get right to the topic, and we're gonna have to get in and quit it because I feel better now. I feel cleansed. I see why y'all go to these fictional gods and holy men. And I feel better now. I feel like like I'm no longer like I'm coming out. I want the world to know. And yes, I do intend to watch the 40K.
Yeah, it's a really simple process. It's a matter of just going through.
That's series.
Your business to business is the easiest way. If you're not going to go out and purchase call sheets, you don't have a company that creates call sheets or a sales team that creates call sheets for your
Star Wars adaptation of Age of Empires.
For your sales reps. It's the easiest way to do it.
I was playing that online, playing the mod, and then I was like, man, I like Age of Empires.
But the big part is, keeping up, making sure that you're maintaining the relationship. And then calling, you have to call. Like some people might find success through email marketing. Some people might find success through social media and all these other cool online gigs. Like there's a lot of cool ways to get customers online without you doing too much of the work, especially if you invest the money in marketing. But if you don't got that, it's going to be you. So word of mouth is the best way to get things out. It should be you talking about your business. And then as you start gaining support, people was like, I want to check you out. You have customers, it'll be the word of mouth for your customers. But before that, you should be the main one calling people. This is who I am. This is what we do. How can we help serve? That's the biggest thing I push with my clients is that you guys is like, when it comes to sales, everything else someone can spend money on is other than your product or service, is your competition. And there's a lot of people marketing to your competition. There's a lot of people who are marketing to your competition.
Love to jump in my grill and say, that ain't what we use.
There's a lot of noise in the air. So you also have to be making the noise as well. You have to make sure that people know that you're out here, and you have to get in front of them. You have to make the sale. There's no easy button to this. There's no easy button to this. And a lot of us with easy buttons is why even when my clients are looking for funding, they start with grants. Like they don't want to owe anybody money. It's like when you're trying to build a business, you're trying to build it without owing money or without borrowing. That tells me that your vision isn't large enough because you're limiting your growth. You know, some people are afraid to owe people money because they don't believe in themselves enough that it'll work out. And when you have a larger vision, you have to borrow a lot of money. If you look at every Fortune 500 company, they went public. There's a lot of companies that go public or they do private placements to ask for money. Going public means like when you buy stocks, you're lending money to a business. Sometimes, you know, you have preferred stocks, you lend them money, you get money on top of that back before anyone else. Or you have regular stocks, common stocks, you're lending money that gives you, you know, you can vote on certain things. It gives you access to some information, but that's it. But that's when you want and you have a vision that is bigger than yourself for a business that will outlive you, you got to borrow money. You have to ask for money. Because chances are you're not going to just, it's not always about the strength of your sales. And then if you're going to, you know, ask people for money, you got to provide a way you're going to pay them back. And, you know, I was even speaking with someone today, talking, and I don't want to do any loans. You know, I would, grants just tell me that all you're looking for is free money. If you're looking for free money, there are so many businesses that are just looking for free money. And I'm not saying that it's not out there, but that's not my focus. My focus is making sure that you have a working business model. My focus is making sure that you can sell. Because a lot of what you do after you organize your business and your plan, you clearly identify your needs and what it's going to take for you to reach your goals. After you do all that, then you got to talk to people to support you. Teaching wasn't addendum. It wasn't a review. It wasn't a replacement. So it's like, you know, you tell me.
The only thing Jesus changed one thing. The only thing Jesus changed from the Old Testament to the New is the path to salvation. The Old Testament, the path to salvation was animal sacrifice and other ritualistic behaviors that you could get in. Adherence to the law, keeping the Sabbath, animal sacrifice.
It's funny that this is on. You know, I try not to have too many of my political views. I ain't gonna say political views, but spirituality is something. Some people are really spiritual. It's just funny that this is a faith-based business. This is what we're listening to.
Jesus was the final sacrifice, was the final bloodletting. Even the word blessing. Someone says bless you or blessing. The word bless means to drench in blood. It means to drench in blood.
But yeah, this is, I don't know what this lady wants.
And so all that to say is that's the only thing that changed. Everything else applies. So that bloodthirsty, imperialist, genocidal, pedophilic, and all the other shit that happens, incestuous, bestiality, all that. It doesn't have a website.
I'm just gonna do 10 because, like, when I was speaking with Sarah, she kind of like, I guess she had other. I think she had some. We had a longer consultation because after taking the time to listen to her, I really wanted to help her.
There's so much I'm just gonna say.
No, it's like when I was showing her this, it's like
that it is surrender.
I think it's when people realize it's not an easy button, you actually have to put in work. She didn't see, like, she's like, well, we already kind of got a system like that. But it's like, you know, I don't, okay. I think it was just more, I don't know. But it's like, this is already what you do, then you got to keep this up. This is really,
that's what I was going to call it.
Your business to business, you know, pick up the phone and cold call. It's not about fancy emails. It's not about sophisticated social media is not about online marketing. You actually got to call people. You have to build relationships with people. A lot of people just want to sit on the beach and drinking Mai Tais and thinking that they can have a 5-hour workday and making $1 million. It is, that's not how it works. It's like, who's selling you that dream? That's not how it works. You're gonna have to put in work. You want people to support you, you're gonna have to put in work, or you have to have access to money until you can pay people to figure it out for you. You gotta have to put in work. And I think that's when people realize that, or entrepreneurs realize that, I think that's where I lose them, to be honest. When people see that you have to put in work, there's no easy button. Just because I'm here and showing up, I'm directing you on how we should best focus our energies for that result that you want. But it's not easy. You're gonna have to put in work. At least 2 decades. And so for the longest, I used to get frustrated because it's like because America is there's a lot of entrepreneurs who just want free money. It's not fair for me to call it. There's a lot of people who want free money. There's a lot of people who want free money. They don't necessarily want to work. Like, you're not spending the time to actually reach out to your audience, spending the time to get sales. You know, if all your work is you know, for some people, I guess going to different networking events, that's good. But if all of your work is just putting things online or hoping for the best, your business, you just got to do more. It's going to take more than that.
Not there yet.
Business to business is going to take more than that. And then if you're B2C, business to consumer, you better find a way to get out to your customers. Where are they at? And get in front of them.
And secular cults, in many ways, secular cults.
And I'm only doing 10 because I would have sit down and listened to the phone calls.
As difficult and as disruptive as
I could, you know, get her on a session so we can record those calls. Because once we do that, it's I can figure out her strengths and weaknesses as a sales professional, and we can help build on those.
Anyway, like this kind of.
Yeah, this system needs help. There's so much. There's so much people. Going into business is not an easy feat.
It descended from heaven.
Because you're trying to figure out how am I going to bring in, start and found something that is going to bring in enough money for me to take care of myself.
This is another thing. This is always.
And there's a lot of moving pieces to that. And some of us do get lucky. We make some money. But after that, then what? Do you plan on doing that same thing like over and over and over and over again? You're the only one who's doing it?
We as a people are very good.
You stop working, the business is done. Like, life is crazy for people. You know, there's a lot of things that will happen in your life. I guarantee it. Life is crazy for people.
Recent people in general who don't have insidious agendas have a real hard time comprehending the trajectory of future. So we'll see something brewing, and we'll be like, "That's horrible."
So we'll start with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll start with these 10 businesses, 11 businesses. We'll meet with her again, set an appointment, take the time to actually see how she does these calls, and maybe it'd be more content. But I just wanted to show you guys, even though you already know, like, we made videos before, this is how you do a call sheet, but this is just a process. Your business to business, just go to Google, type in whatever, if there's restaurants in the area, restaurants in this area, list them, find out their website, their numbers, and the contact the business. And then if you can figure out who the person is, make sure you do that. Make sure you keep notes, because people who come in after you, let me turn this down. But people who are coming in after you, to make these sales, stop sharing. they're going to want to know the conversations you have with the people. It helps if they know who they need to talk to, because if you're not talking to the decision maker, you're wasting your time. Having the email and the contact, everything that is important for you to understand who you are trying to get business from, you want to have on that sales sheet or that call sheet. But you got to just pick up the phone and cold call. Pick up the phone and cold call. It's the easiest thing. It is the hardest thing. It's in between. It's easy because that's all you got to do is pick them up and call. But it's hard because there's nervousness, there's fear of rejection, but it's you. So we're gonna make a call to Sarah tomorrow. Uh, Schedule a time for us to go over this call sheet, just see how she does, see if we can get some content out of that, especially since we're taking the time and doing this for free, because we like to help people out, especially if I take the time to talk to you and I see that you're drowning. I want to help you out as much as I can. Anyways, peace. We got more work to do. We have more work to do. But all right, quiet here.